y'all. You watching Tom Mizzle. My channel is Mizzle14, and I'm here doing a review of Hit the Floor, Season 4, Episode 1, Slay. I am so excited that this show came back on. I was an avid viewer, and I love Hit the Floor. I love the drama. I love the writing, love the story behind it. I love the dancing, the tension, the things, the sex, everything that Hit the Floor what makes Hit the Floor it is. I loved everything. And it captured me from season 1 all the way to now. And this episode tonight was really good. It ties a lot of answers that we was waiting for, that we needed to know about what happened to Asha, what's going on, Yelena, and stuff like that. Zero, the Jew relationship. They did a lot of answering for us. So I'm glad that they did that because I wanted to know what they would do with Hit the Floor when they come back on and see where they were exactly give us answers that we needed. And they did that. So I'm glad that happened. And so let's just start off, right? Remember, Hit the Floor was on VH1 for 3 seasons. VH1 canceled the show. I don't know what's the reason why they canceled the show. I think it was a great show for 3 seasons. It was entertaining. It got you to go through emotions. It was good. And so they dropped it. And then after like a couple years now, BET decided to pick it up. BET took up the show now, and it's on the 4th season now. And it's on BET now. So it's not on VH1 anymore. It's on BET. It comes on Tuesdays. Let's just get to it because there was a lot that happened this episode. So I'm trying to explain as much as I can, and any backstory that may explain to the tie into these stories in this episode, I will explain it for people who didn't watch the first 3 seasons. But if you did miss it, it's good to watch it on BET On Demand. It's on your local cable network. Find it on demand and check it and catch up. I mean, you don't need to watch it 3 to go this episode, but it did help explain a little bit about the story and the dynamics and the progression of the characters. So it advises you to watch the first 3 seasons to see how the Devil's Arena and the characters progress. Because it does like a continuation, but it's adding new people into the mix. And so every season start off auditions. You know, each season when it start off, they do auditions for new girls to get to make the team. I think it's like at least 14 of them together. And you know, Yelena was the captain. Now Yelena is the owner of the Devil's Arena because she took the ownership of the thing that Oscar Kakay was. And she took over. She did a backhanded thing, got 10%, worked with the other group of people, knocked Oscar out, and then she became the sole owner of the thing. She was supposed to, of the arena. She was supposed to do it with Terrence, but some issues between those two. Terrence not in this season anymore. I don't know if you make an appearance or not, but he's not here. So, but she cut him out the deal. So she became the sole owner of that. So it started over the dishes. You know, Cal is the captain. Cal became the captain because Yelena appointed her captain of the Devil's Arena because she became owner of the Devil's Arena. So Cal became captain of the Devil Girls. And the Devil Girls are the group of girls that like cheerleading dancers of the sports team that they go and perform on halftime shows. They perform at different events and stuff. And that's one thing I love about Hit the Floor is the dances. I love the dances because I still dance and I have a dance background. So the dancing scenes are really great. All right, so Yelena was there. I was so happy Yelena was there because I was like, well, I didn't see her in the promo. I was like, damn, they cut Yelena out. And I said, that's not good because Yelena makes part of the drama and how it is now. So not her there showing how she runs the business is like crazy because she's like the villain of the show. But I'm glad that she's there. I don't think they cut her out. It's just that she was not in the promo when they was promoting the stuff. But because she's behind the scenes and that was Arena owner and stuff. So it was good. They gave the promo to the people who's in the Devil Girls and the players and stuff and leave the behind the scenes people there. But Yelena is there. So I love it. I hope she's there throughout the whole season, which is good. I believe so because she's owning the arena. So she's played a vital role to the storyline. So Yelena's there, so she was watching, and Kyle said, "Dude, you got other better things to do." Yelena said, "Well, there was Arena, and there was girls a part of me. I need to be good. It needs to be great. So I gotta make sure everything is perfection. You know how Lena is. She don't like no sloppy stuff. She like to be on point. She like to be good. Her image is her everything. So it needs to be on point, great. And she needs to pick girls that will continue her legacy that she left. We got the trials were going on. Then Kyle was out. We met this new girl named Jamie. She's the new cast member. And Jamie, we find out Jamie drove from Chicago to LA to audition for Devil's Girls. And Tyler's like, oh, she was impressed that she came all the way here to audition. And, Jamie was complimenting Kyle that she know Kyle's accomplishments and feats. And she was like, I want to do it. And she's learning now that Yelena is and Asha's not around. And she's like, okay, you audition. Now, Asha, I'm going to explain more about Asha because Asha was one of the girls that did audition for Devil Girls. And she was one of the main cast members for the first 3 seasons as well. But she married Derek Woman. I'm going to explain about Derek Woman later. And they went to Florida. Now, we thought everything was good until we find out this episode. I'll get to there. Everything was okay. They married. They went to Florida because they was supposed to go to a basketball team, and she was supposed to be like coaching and dancing over there. So that was that. So Jamie introduced herself. Now, also, Kyle was scouting. She wanted to get some people, and she went to see London. Now, London is Tiana Taylor. If y'all don't know, Tiana Taylor is on the show, and I'm happy because Tiana Taylor could dance, she could act, she does a lot of things. So for her to be in the show, it was like it brings more viewers because people know who she is. So I think it will bring more viewership of the show and let the show continue on. Because I tell you, Hit the Floor is a good show, and we need to continue. So Tiana Taylor is part of the cast, and Tiana Taylor's story back that we find out more is that she was a famed choreographer. She was working with a lot of artists like Mr. Elliott, Drake, a lot of people. And one day she fell in love with this pastor. The mega church he's married. She slept with him. She had an affair. And after everybody found out, they shamed her. They dogged her. He's living his life with his wife. And they dogged her. They mutilated her. She went to interviews. They brought this into her. So it came to the point that she shut herself away from the world because she didn't want to be in the spotlight anymore, and her career got fucked over because of this. They called her a home wrecker. She slept with the pastor of the church. She shouldn't be doing it. She gonna be damned to hell. You can imagine what people said to her, to enough that she went hiding. So she went to hiding. Kyle reached out to her because she was like, you know what, I know who you are, and I know you the best, and I want the best of my team. And she was a choreographer because I guess Kyle would like enlist her services for the group. Maybe she could choreograph some dances. And since she's a choreographer, she could dance. And she need the best of the Devil Girls. So she was like, why do you want me to be the part of Devil's Girl? And Kyle said, I will keep knocking on your door. I'll keep coming back. I'll keep coming back. And so why you lock yourself in the room and everything while the pastor living his life? She said, she claimed it up. She said, because everybody shamed me. Everybody guilted me. Everybody dissed me and read me and just tarnish my reputation, and I cannot get in the spotlight anymore. I cannot show myself. I'm shaming myself. Because Kyle said, I want you there. It's audition going. And she said, you want me to audition for the Devil Girls? She said, yeah, I want you to audition for the Devil Girls. And you're going to be there, and I want the best. So it gave London something to think about. Now, later on, then we met Lionel, right? So we had this little scene between Lionel and Pete. Pete was in his office, and Lionel came in. She said, "How do you speak to Asha?" So apparently, Asha is not speaking to her father. For some reason, she not want to speak. Salone Hayes was ex-owner of the Devil Girls. She also used to be an ex-Devil Girl herself. So, and Salone was Asha's mother. And she also used to deal with Pete. They used to have a few things in the past when they was both part players of the arena. Salone's over there in Florida with Asha. Asha don't want to talk. She don't want to deal with anything because now Derek is back at LA and he want answers. He said cannot sit down and without having any answers about what is going on with Asha and Derek because they got married. So we all want to know what happened to them. Why Derek is back over here and Asha is not back. And Asha stayed in Florida. So that was that. And he said he will find answers. Then we get this scene with Yelena talk to Jude. Lena, Yelena usually don't give out compliments. But she told us that the Devils haven't been on the A game lately. Everything was falling apart. We lost Derek. We lost Zero. It's not been up to par, basically. And she complimented Jude because Jude is the executive vice president of the Devils Arena. And he's like second hand to of Yelena. And he been doing a good job. So she complimented him and she said, wow, I haven't got a compliment for like a year and a half from you. She said, well, I haven't given anybody a compliment for a year and a half. You know how Yelena is. It's going to be, for her to give you a compliment, you have to do a really good job. And I guess Jude be doing it. So she said, we'll get back to it. We'll get back on track. And she will make Devils great again. Now, sorry, if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my notes. Now we met the rookie. Rookie was late. He bumped into Jamie, and I guess Jamie told him told him where the court is at. He ran in very late. That's when the basketball players were practicing, and Pete is the coach of the Devil players, and he came and gave many one excuses of why he was late. Pete is not having that. He said, I don't give any sympathy for people who come in late, especially for rookies. And basically gave him the uniform and said, get dressed. The rookie got himself dressed on the court. He said, can somebody tell the rookie where the freaking locker room is? I said, he got no shame, got himself undressed like he don't care. So he got himself undressed, got his uniform, and went go on. Now, Yelena went to see Derek. Now we saw that Derek is back. Because at the beginning of the thing, when Pete said he was going to have answers, we saw Derek's body walking with a towel and his thing, and it had like a picture of him that was made. I mean, you could tell that was Derek because if you know season 1 through 3, you see they showed his body a lot, and you could tell that was his body. So he was there walking with a towel. So Yelena went to see Derek. Yelena was like, what's going on? I see you back. It was true. You drinking yourself again. Basically, Derek lost himself. And we was like, what's going on? Why Asha's not there? And he don't want to talk why Asha's not there. And she basically told him that eventually we have to go back to Florida and you have to face reality. You can't keep running. You fast, but you're not fast enough to face the consequences that's going on. So go to Florida and you have to face what's going on and live up to the issues and fight the issues straight on and stop running. So that's where that. They're about to start a new season, and she said you don't have much time, so you need to go back to Florida. And that's that. Now we get this another new character named Eve. Eve Vincent. Yeah, Eve Vincent. She basically the daughter of Olivia and Chase Vincent. And now we know the connection. And now with that, especially when it comes to the end of the scene, we know why she's there. And so first of all, she went to League office to talk to a guy named Dr. Matthews. Mr. Matthews. I guess he's like the boss of the office. And she wanted to get an interview. He said, I've already done interviews with her. She said, not with me. Because you haven't interviewed me yet. So she gave him a resume. He was reading it. He said, oh, you had a lot done. And I'm the freaking owner of this building. And he came across with her name. And she said, that's what she revealed. That she said, yes, I'm Eve and Chase Vincent's daughter. And he said, wow. And she did her research. She knew a lot about the company. And she riled him, pressed him so much that he said, you got the interview. Now, Yelena was talking to Jude, and Lionel and Yelena don't like each other after a while. 'Cause remember last seasons ago, Yelena helped Lionel to get to that spot to take over. She helped Lionel to with the documentations, and Yelena took over with Oscar because Oscar got in went in jail. She took over, and they fired Salone, and they brought Salone back. So that was all they doing. And now since Lionel got in the chair, she became a total diva, started dissing Elena and everybody, and she became the head bitch in charge. And Elena started liking that. So after a while, they had to get her back, and she got her back. But now Elena's older, so when they walked past, Elena said bitch, and Elena said hag, and it was like, oh my gosh, they don't like each other. You could tell. But we find out that Lionel divorced Oscar. Yay! I mean, it wasn't really a sincere thing anyway. She wanted to get in, but she divorced Oscar, and now she got the Insider Sports Network, ISN, and she doing that. She basically showing sports worldwide and the Devil's Arenas and basically the head person of the sports network and working in and doing her thing. And she said the money that she got from that, she was able to do this and continue her connection with the Devil's Arena. Then Lionel was like, she realized that Jude is still upset. Now, everybody want to know what happened to Zero. That's what happened because in the last episode, Zero was appointed captain of the Devil players. First, Lena fired him, but she appointed him captain. She said, you know what, forget it. And she kept Jude on, and she made Kyle captain. And that's when the last episode ended, when she was in the office, and she told them. We come to find out, Zero left. He couldn't deal with this. Jude and Zero supposed to be married, or they supposed to build a life together, and that's what Jude wanted so bad, but Zero couldn't deal with it. He couldn't deal with the pressure. He couldn't handle things. He said he had to go. So that's what Jude told Lionel. He said, you know what? He wasn't comfortable coming out anyway. He just did what he had to do. He wasn't too aware of himself. He helped you come out. You in your own comfortable in your own skin, but he wasn't. So he had to do him. But she trying to get him laid. She said, you need to have sex. You don't have to fall in love with somebody. Just fuck. That's what basically Lionel said. I just need you to get laid. I mean, I'm tired of this pity party I'm having with you. I'm tired of you being down all the time. Stop drinking yourself. It's making me depressed. So you need to get some sex. And she said, what about the guy? He said, no, I'm not going down that road again. I mean, because Zero, he was dealing with Jude, but at the same time, he couldn't stop his dealing with females. So Jude had a little problem with that. He wanted a so straight gay man he could love and be with. So then we come across this new character named Noah. Right, at first they didn't introduce his name, but then we get him. In this store, Jude and Noah was there. Some white boy came with a gun, young boy trying to rob the store. Noah took upon himself to try to distract the boy and keep the boy distracted from continuing robbing or killing anybody. He kept talking, dissing him about the hat, dissing about the play, and the boy said, I got a gun. He was annoyed. Now, he was hinting Jude to do something. After he kept the boy distracted, Jude could come up and tackle him, and it won't be any robbery. So that's what happened. Jude came, but at when that happened, the gun shot off and grazed Noah's arm. And Noah was like, what the hell? Like, I'm trying to do that. Y'all came and shot me and other stuff. And it was crazy. It was funny a little bit, but at the same time, I was like, okay, this is the start of them together. So I guess Jude took Noah's to his house place, and they was talking, and Noah was like, you know what are you doing? He said, well, I'm trying to do something. He said, well, I'm trying to make sure you're okay, do something, because he went to get him some stuff that he was lying at the hospital, I think he took him to the hospital, got the bandage, and then after the hospital, they went to his house. And he said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm not doing anything. I'm trying to make sure you're okay." He said, "If you want to kiss me, kiss me." And Jude said, "I'm not trying to kiss you." So Noah took it upon himself and do it. We're in. And that's how the sex scene. And, hit the floor. Paul hit the floor as sex. So sex scenes as it is. And it was hot. They was going at each other, nice little bodies between those two, kissing, giving head, all that stuff. They went in. That's that. Back to the rookie. We didn't get Rookie's name yet, so they keep calling him Rookie. But I guess next episode we get his name. But I find out his name is Pax. But that was doing the when I was searching through Twitter and stuff, and they said his character name, but they never said his name yet. So right now it's still Rookie. So Rookie was meeting the other players. He trying, how the Rookie is. They trying to impress the other players because he trying to get in good graces with them. Then it was a tab. Since he wanted to be so bothered by it and play, they said they gave Rookie. He said, "You can handle this." She took the tab and he saw the bill and he was like, "What?" So this lady, we don't know who she is. I guess she's like a person who would pay for sex, basically. So she saw him saying, "What position you play?" He said, "I'm a rookie." And I started, and she said, "Oh," sized him up, saw him, saying, he looked like he good. He looked like he's packing. Took to the hotel room, slid the car to him, and they fucked. Basically, nice little sex scene. I think that was the first sex scene of the season, and it was good. The next morning, he woke up, and she said, "What you gonna do?" And he's got to get your name. He said, "Oh, my number's on the thing." He told her it was a check with, I think, $20,000 or more or something. And she said, "What's going on?" And I'm a player, right? She said, "Well, I saw the tab and I respect it. I think that you should have this." So she paid him for his services. I was like, oh, he was like, okay. All right. The next day it was continuing auditions. Jamie auditioned. She did her good thing. She got a job. The girls were liking it. Then London came in. And everybody was like, ooh. And Cal said, "Stop it. Stop. Shut your mouth. Keep your eyes behind your head, or else I fix it for you." You know how Cal is. And so she came. London did her thing. London did good. She danced. And she got long-winded. And she left. This is come with Jamie and London. Now, Jamie and London is going to be, we could tell by this first season now that they're going to start going, but they're going to be butting heads. They're going to be going at it. They're going to be beefing with each other for some reason. Jamie want to know why this big, famous, ex-famous person is going to try out for the Devil's Girl, basically downgrading her. Because, I guess Jamie wants to make it to the top. Jamie want to be the star. So now we got London here trying to steal her spotlight that she trying to come in for, because she already had her accomplishments, even though it got tarnished, but she's already there. So Jamie feel this kind of way about her. And London was like, "This girl is hating on me, pushing up on me, and so I'm not having it. I don't want to deal with this ridicule for anybody." So it's a tension between them now. And London sizes her up, Jamie sizes London up. Now, when it comes to find out who made the team, Jamie made the team. Peyton. Peyton is one of the Beyonce dancers. Ashley, I think she one of the head choreographers with Beyonce of the dancers. So she's in the season again. I'm glad to see her there. And some of the same dancers from last season that was picked again. They the backup dancers, and they're a part of Devil Girls. They don't have they're not regular cast members, but they're part of the Devil Girls, and they be doing a lot of the dance seasons and making appearances where the Devil Girls was at. Jamie made the team, and Kyle wanted to know where London is at. London was there because Kyle wanted London there, so she was gonna automatically make the team, and then she danced real good, so she knew she was gonna put London through. After a while, they finished. London came and she said, "I blew it." Kyle said, "Yeah." Kyle was bluffing, but London didn't know that. She said, "Yeah, you blew it." She said, "Oh my God." And she said, "Why? I don't know why I'm here." And she said, "Why are you here?" And London realized that even though she didn't want this at first, she realized that she had a different feeling. And she realized that she let on that she didn't want it, but she wanted it more than ever. And she feel like she could belong something that she could go to and not be in the house all the time. She shunned herself out. Now she gets a different chance to reborn herself. basically be a new London outside of that scandal that she had went through. And she said, but it's too late now. I blew the chance, and I had an opportunity, and I didn't show up. And Kyle said, oh, no, you didn't. You from number 14. She made the last spot. And she said, I said a lot of things, but get dressed. You about to be on live air. Now, before when they were rehearsing, like, Yelena was like, what's she doing here? I don't want her here. Get her rid of her. It was like, she bad apple. I know she is. And London was going after her, too. It was like, I got a name. She got a name. And she said, oh, well, there wasn't no scandal here. There wasn't nobody slipping the passes. At least I know one who got the bullet. And then they was going back and forth. So, London, Yelena's not liking London at all because she don't want that publicity on her area. So you need to get rid of her. But London's not feeling Yelena like that either. It's just like, ugh, like that. So, but Cal is batting for London. Because, Cal is a rebel. So she's batting for whoever she is. Because, Cal she didn't make the Devils Arena at first anyway. She slept her way with Asuka to get in the team after she got cut. But I love Cal. But she was batting for her. So then they went to, and London had a problem with being aired and being videotaped of the ISN network. And she was like, oh my gosh. No, Inside Sport Network, ISN. And she said, oh my gosh, it's like, you didn't tell me that. She said, oh yeah, that's part of the deal and stuff. So got with it. They went on dance. They went on stage. London came in her uniform, and Jamie was like, what? I thought you was not made it. She said, well, you sound disappointed. She said, oh, no, nah. Yeah, she was. Like, London, Jamie don't want no competition for her to get into a stardom. She wants the top spot. She wanted to be the star of thing. And you being there, girl, is not going to help. So you not going to help. So I was like, okay. And they did that dance. Like I said, I love the dance scenes. And this was a good dance. They had a nice little song. It was a good beat. They was like a nice little black, red, their colors, and the fire in the background and the stage. And it was nice, dark outside, and everything. And they was light, and they were killing it. And they was killing it, stuff like that. And at the end, London was feeling herself. She was like, TikTok-ing. I was like, oh, go ahead, London. She was like, oh, and Jamie felt like London was trying to outstage her on the dance. And it was nice. They clapped. Yelena told Kyle, was like, I could have sworn I told you to get rid of her while she's here. So Kyle said, you know what? You may be charged with the Devil's Arena, but let me do what I have to do. So then they said, okay. And Kyle was taken back because Lena has a power, and she don't like people trying to talk back to her and trying to outsmart her, trying to outtalk her. So Lena said, okay, but Lena's turning around though. So okay, she said, well, if I'm going to run the Devil Arena, Devil Girls, directing Devil's Girl, and being a captain, I need double salary. And Lena said, okay. And she said, Kyle was stunned. She said, okay, what's the catch? It is a catch. She said, but double salary for you, you can do everything. But if anything goes wrong, including this London piece, you will lose everything, the money and your job. So you better keep it on tight, girl. I said, oh. I said, okay, Kyle, you bite yourself in the foot. You better make sure everything's okay, because Lena is my word. So anything messed up, you will be out. Your ass is grass, Kyle. If you don't want that, we love you, Kyle. So keep your job. Now, we get this scene with Eve and Pete talk. Now, before we get to that, Pete found out Derek goes home, so he said, oh, you found me. She said, yeah, I want to find you. He want to know answers. Like, what's going on? We all want to know what's going to happen with Dersha. What happened to Derek and Asha? And this is what we find out. Derek is back in LA. Asha's still in Florida. She don't want to talk to Pete. She said, she not talking to me. Salona's down there. What's going on? Talk to me. Now, Pete was angry. Pete was angry. He said, "What's going on?" Derek said he's getting divorced with Asha. I said, "Oh, they divorcing." I said, "Damn, they got married last season. They getting divorced." And um, he said Pete was like automatically thought it was Derek fault. What did you do that makes sure that y'all getting divorced? And he said, "No, I'm the one who filed the divorce." He said, "What? So what did my daughter do that make you want to file?" She said she got pregnant, right? And he said got pregnant. He said, "No, no, there's more to that. She got pregnant, didn't tell him that he got pregnant, right? She said it was not conducive to her career, so she got rid of the baby and not telling Derek. And Derek found out, and Derek was pissed, and it said that's when he went to file the divorce, and that's when he ran away from Florida to that. On top of that, Yelena confronted him and told him that you think you gonna hide away from me that you messed up so you bombed so badly at Florida. They cut your contract over there, so you cannot go back to Florida. So you have to stay over here. And that's what Cameron found out. And he said, "Well, Asha, just like some of your family members, it's not too far from the tree." Maybe talk about Salone because I guess that's what Salone did. That Pete was toxic to her career, toxic to her, so she left Pete and everything. Because after Pete was doing his thing with Olivia, and he slept with Olivia and behind Salone's back, Pete was wild child and everything, and Salone said he can't keep him around, so she dropped him, and then they got back together a little bit and cool now. But now Asha's doing this like Asha's like she's looking at herself like that the baby it would not be good for her career, so she can't have the baby. She got rid of the baby, and it's like hurt Derek, and Derek wanted kids, and he wanted a family and stuff, especially with Asha. So that's what happened. I said, "Wow, they getting divorced, and now this is going on." So this led to Pete bummed out because he was like he did not know this because Asha would not talk to him. I guess that's what she didn't want to talk to because she was avoiding Pete about telling him about what happened. Then that's when Pete had to sit down with Eve. Pete and Eve are talking. Eve told Pete that she's Olivia and Vince Chase's daughter. And Pete said they don't have a daughter. He said, "Yes, they kept me in secret. They kept me a while and kept me away." And but I came back and she got the job as a liaison between the league office and the Devil's Arena. And she was talking and she wanted to make herself known and say she's there and basically get a drink. Pete said he didn't want to drink anymore. He don't drink anymore because he made a commitment to Asha and so long that he's not going to drink. So she said, "Oh, it looked like you needed one." And basically knew that Pete got, yes, he needed something. She left off, and it was the vodka, the brown liquor. Not vodka, Jack or something, brown liquor, the dark liquor, which I don't like. I like light liquor. Dark liquor. He drank that. I said, "Oh my God." He was drinking a lot. When he started drinking, he can't stop. Apparently, he got in an accident and he died on impact. His blood alcohol level was 0.28. That's way over the limit. Way, way, way. He died. They called Derek because he was the next of kin because he married Dasha, so he might the son-in-law. He saw Pete in the thing. He broke down crying. He entered crying. He said he found out he was drinking. And the reason why he broke down crying because Derek blamed himself for Pete dying because he told Pete the news of what happened, and that led to Pete drinking again to let him kill himself. So that's why Derek broke down crying. So they had the little funeral, the little press talk. Mr. Matthew was talking. Yelena and Eve had a little conversation together. It looked like it was a little shade from Eve to Yelena. It's like, "Oh yeah, she had one of her best days." She said, "That's what she say that?" No, that's what she's not. She said other things. And it was going back and forth, back and forth. But Eve decides to invite up. We find out more later why she's doing that. But she had her eye on Yelena because I guess part of the reason Olivia doing what she had because Yelena let Olivia go. Because that time Yelena got 10% or something with Oscar, and they booted Olivia out and fired her, basically her job. So that was part of that. Olivia was on the rampage, so she had blackmailed everyone and tended to support her with this taking Oscar dream down with this thing. With you're trying to open another arena, and she was trying to thwart that, but she was blackmailing them. But she ended up dying before that ever happened. So Eve, how did that end? I'm gonna tell you her motives later. So they had a banter back and forth. That's when Yelena confronted and told Derek that situation, that he lost his contract in Florida, he can't go back. So she offered him his job back. She said, I can't give you a lot of money that you want, but people need to know who Devin Romick is. You yourself lost who Devin Romick is. You need to get yourself back. And you come back to the thing, it's your fresh start again. Make people know who you are again. And make them remember Derek Romick. So that way you can get yourself back together because you lost yourself. And that was that. She's still to think about that. And I guess he decided because later on he walked in the arena with his bag and looking like he never left. Now it was another scene. This is softer side of Yelena. Remember, Yelena was a hardcore cookie when she was there, and she kept going. Hardcore cookie the whole 3 seasons. But then stuff broke down because of Raquel, and I guess because of Raquel's death make her change her mentality of things differently. Because Raquel hold a lot of things together, and Raquel was good, and Raquel died of a heart attack, and Raquel had a daughter, no, a son, Miguel, and Yelena decided to take him in and watch over him temporarily. Now this is the softer side. We had a scene with her and Miguel in the car. Earlier, when she was at the auditions, right, and she was taking Miguel because she's taking care of him, all the ladies said, oh, hey, Miguel. She said, stop talking to her. You know, she got the mother protective mode on her. And remember, Yelena cannot have kids because she said it was going to be a complication for her to have kids, and that was told. And that's a part of the reason why her and Terrence, not Rena, because Terrence didn't want to believe that Yelena couldn't have kids because he thinking that Yelena was manipulating him and trying to play another game, chess piece of him not getting him kids, was actually him believing her, hurt her the most. That's when she cut him off the deal of owning Lorena, and it just broke him. He was pissed, but she didn't care because he betrayed her trust, and that you think that she would do some load and lie about not having kids when she knows she wanted something with him. And she was scared, but she was going to the doctor and everything. And then they had that little pregnancy scare with the lady, and she was not the father, and he not the father of the kid. And it was a lot. But that's what happened. So she took care of Miguel, and she's like, it's a couple of things that I said before it was going to do temporarily, but it came to find out we could do this permanently. I know I'm not perfect, but we good for each other, and I guess having a kid, she could do better. And she wanted to adopt him. And she said, it's up to your choices. One day you can make the decision when you want to do it. And he smiled, and he said, it looked like he agreed. And he said, you sure? He said, yes. So he agreed to adoption. I said, oh my gosh, great. So Elena could adopt the kid permanently, and it'd be a great, and if Raquel could look down on Elena, she'd be smiling because she took care of Miguel, and she took ownership of being Miguel's guardian. So Miguel's mother now. And I like that. That was nice. I was joyful. Now, this is the end, right? Before that, Jamie and London, like I said, they all beefing, they backing each other because they got lockers together. And she said, you trying to offstage me like that. She said, oh well, and you trying to get in my things, like leave me alone. And she said, I'm not gonna back down. And London said, I'm not gonna back down. I'm not a pushover. I'm not a pushover either. So they got each other's face. I said, oh, it's gonna be a rivalry between those two. It's already started. The first season, we already know the dynamics. And also, Noah and Jude saw each other at the same Denver arena, and it was like, what the hell going on? What are you doing here? And they both announced their titles. Noah said, I'm the sideline reporter for the arena, and Drew said, oh, I'm the EVP. I'm executive vice president. And it was like, oh, they slept together. They didn't even know what the fuck each other's titles were. That's funny. And I guess there's gonna be more to them later on, because now they know each other thing. It could be more thing, and it could be more for them. Secretive, but more tempting, exciting, and Jude can get over Zero with this new guy named Noah. And remember, if y'all watch Has and Has Nots, Noah, that guy character, he plays Landon on that show. And lastly, we get Eve, right? Because after the thing, Eve was sitting on gravesite Olivia's her mother grave, and she said everyone came for Pete's funeral. Not one people. A few people came for Chase. Not too much people came for Chase. Not there for Chase because Chase got arrested, but no one came for you. And I'm gonna tell you this: I'm gonna get revenge for every one last one of motherfuckers in that Devil Arena. When I'm done, there will be no Devil Arena around, alive. And I said, ooh, Eve, I guess. I know when she's mentioned that she's a relationship, she's the daughter, kin of Olivia Chase, I knew she was going to come with revenge. Because Olivia got killed by someone, and Olivia got killed, and Chase went to jail for stabbing German. Now, I guess Eve or German I don't know, maybe Eve gonna try and get to German close soon, because German is the one was committed for the murder of Olivia, because he confessed and he went to confess his sins. But Raquel made a confession on the tape that she did it before she died to save German. But I guess Eve is not having that, because I guess it's like he's the killer. He did it, and she gonna try and get at him. She gonna try and get at Elena. I want to know what's the relationship with she said every one of the people in there who had something to do with my mother and my father will suffer. Pete has died now, so she can't get out to Pete. But everybody else is fair game. And I said, oh, this is a good first episode. I enjoyed it. I'm sorry I talked for a long time, but it was a lot in this episode. I don't know if every episode I'm going to talk for this long. Maybe, maybe not, because there's a lot going on. And I want to explain a lot of things, give some backstories. But hope y'all like this review. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share my videos as well. My channel is Mr. 14, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.